88% of customers say it takes 3 or more years to build brand loyalty. At the heart of every brand is people. And when you move people, you build a brand. If you want a business that makes impact and profit for years to come, stay tuned. This video is for you. Look, a lot of people say your brand is your logo, but around here, that's not what we think your brand is. It is how you make people feel, which means you need to care about the people, all the people involved in your world. I believe your brand lives in the heart and the heads of your people. It is how you make them feel and what they know you for. Every time they interact with you, you are having a brand experience with them. And a vital part of your brand is the community you curate. And on this channel, we help visionaries and the teams who support them create world-class brands and world-class customer experiences so that you can be the kind of brand that people have loyalty to, and hopefully it takes less than 3 years. If that sounds like something you'd like, please subscribe to this channel and hit the little bell to be notified next time we go live with a video. Okay, let's jump in. If you're a leader of a membership community or a group coaching program, or you lead your clients in any way through any kind of experience, how people feel about interacting with you and your brand is the future of your business. It is your job to know your ideal clients better than anyone else so that you can create a brand experience that has loyalty, and hopefully it takes less than 3 years. If you do it right, it should be something that will last forever with your clients. It is up to you, the team and the visionary and the people who work in that brand, to design and curate experiences that are designed for your ideal clients. And in order to do that, you need to know your ideal clients better than anyone else that is your competition or anyone else in your market. And in today's video, that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about how you can get to know your ideal clients really well so you can design for them and not have any competition because of it. When you know your ideal clients better than anyone else, you become obsessed with solving their problems, and you'll be the only one who can solve those problems in that way, so they'll keep coming back to you over and over and over again. So the first thing you want to do when you get to know your avatar is some of the basic stuff. Like, for example, who are they? What problem are you solving for them? How old are they? What else is going on in their life? Like, do they have kids? Or are they going through divorce? Or do they have aging parents? All of that stuff you need to know about your clients. Grab a pen and paper and just jot it down. You may have already done this in other avatar exercises, which is cool. You can grab that information. And if you haven't, no big deal. All you need to do is just sit down and think for a few minutes about who are your right fit clients, like your absolutely favorite clients that you really want to work with, and jot down all the basic demographic stuff about them. So who they are, where they live, how old they are, and what else is going on in their life. And then we're going to move to step 2. Now, write down the problem you solve for your clients. So typically when you start with this, it's going to be like, from your perspective, what is the problem you solve for your clients? And I really think it's worthwhile at the beginning of this exercise to write down that from your perspective, because by the end of this exercise, I'm going to help you flip that so you can think about the problems you're solving from their perspective. But for right now, just write down the problem you solve from your perspective. Next, you want to write down your client's ideal solution, or what's their dream come true is what a lot of people call this. So like, if they hire you, what is the reason that they're hiring you? And at the end of working with you, what is true in their life that's not true in their life right now? So write down, what does their dream come true look like? This could be some bullet points, or it might be a paragraph, but you want to write down, what is your client's dream come true? Then you want to brainstorm all the ways that you could solve the problem for your clients to help them get to their dream come true. So when you're thinking about this, you might want to go through all of the different ways that you could solve the problem for your clients. It doesn't mean you have to solve the problem that way, but at least it gets your juices flowing with, like, what could you do for your clients that will help you help them reach their dream come true. Next, we're going to move into thinking empathetically about your clients in a different way. So now you know who they are, what they want, like what's their dream come true, and what are the problems that you're going to solve for them. Now think about all the obstacles that they are likely to encounter on their journey between where they are now and where they want to be, because every single one of those obstacles is something that most of your clients are going to come up against. So write down the obstacles they could come up against and start to look for patterns. Usually there's like big patterns of, hey, these 3 things go together, it's going to be an obstacle, which will be like, they won't have enough time, or they won't have enough money, or they won't have enough knowledge, or, you know, they're going to have to learn a skill they don't know right now. Whatever that looks like, think about all the obstacles that could possibly go wrong in your client's life on their journey from where they are now to their dream coming true. Take a minute, write all that down. The great part about this exercise is it starts starts to have some empathy for your clients, like you, the person who knows what you know, starts to find empathy for what you might know that your clients don't know, and realize that they are going to encounter some challenges on the way to learning what it is you want to teach them. So it's a great way to start finding empathy for your clients. Now, you want to take that list of obstacles, all the things they could encounter. Try to chunk them together into like 3 to 5 obstacles they're going to encounter. And now you want to brainstorm, how could you make it simple for them to either encounter those obstacles and it not be as hard as it would be without you, or for them to completely avoid the obstacles, which would be awesome, or for them to get over the obstacle faster, or for them to be able to like navigate around the obstacle with less pain. Basically, what you want to do is brainstorm all the ways that you can help somebody overcome those obstacles, and then you can start to design like how to really know your avatar inside out. And here's the thing, you don't necessarily have to do all of what you brainstorm, you just want to have massive empathy for what they're going through, because then when you're speaking to them, you can show them that you understand what's true for them in their world, and you can sit there and be with them in a moment, or you could write a post to them, or you could make a video for them, or whatever it is that you want to communicate, like however you want to communicate with them. When you understand what they want, who they are, and what obstacles they're going to encounter, you can have empathy for understanding how to help make their life simpler, which is really what people are going to pay you for. Getting to a result faster, making their life easier, or helping them get what they want. The more obsessed you become with helping other people get what they want, the more you're going to get what you want. Hey, there's a pro tip on this part of the exercise, and it comes up almost every time I do this with clients or when I do it by myself, where I think, oh yeah, right. And here's the pro tip. Things that are either unconscious competencies for you, so they're so built into how you do life that you do them naturally, or natural skills that you may have been born with, or some sort of skill that you've learned and just comes really easily for you now, it's likely to be something that could be super easy for you and not easy for your ideal clients. And one of the ways you can bring value into your client's life, and you can position your value as a leader for your clients, is by taking that which you know that's easy and making it easy for them and transferring that to them in a faster manner than it was transferred to you. So keep in mind, while you're doing this, you may be writing down some things that seem really obvious and easy to you. Write them down anyway. People will pay you to make their life easier. I've said this before, information is free, but implementation costs money. Be the solution that helps them get implementation. Now, I'm gonna walk through an example so you can see how this looks in real life. And then I'm gonna give you 3 ways that you can get to know your avatar even better than you probably feel like you do now. Okay, so let's keep this example super simple. Say you're an organizer and your clients are really busy executives, and those busy executives' dream outcome is that they want a neatly organized house with no clutter in it, that's simple, and when they go to look for something, they can find it. Now, how could you solve their problem? Well, it really comes down to one of 3 ways. Either you can do it with them, you can do it for them, or you can teach them how to do it. And probably it's gonna be like some version of all 3 of those. So now you know what their problem is and what their dream outcome is and how you're gonna help them figure it out. What are the obstacles they are gonna face between having a messy, cluttery house to a decluttered house that looks like Pinterest? Well, they're gonna come into like, problem number 1 is probably who do they trust to come into their home? Problem or obstacle number 2 is where do they start? Problem or obstacle number 3 is gonna be something like they don't have enough time. And problem or obstacle number 4 is, hey, like we don't even know what to get rid of and what to keep and whose stuff is in our house and how we're gonna like do it all. It's just basically overwhelming. So now you start looking at those basic problems and start thinking, how can you solve them for them? Number 1, who to pick and how do they trust? Make sure you're the best in the city. Make sure you're the best in their area. Make sure that you have lots of testimonials and you've got a great website that says, hey, I'll help you declutter your house and I'll even come do it for you. It's not really hard to position yourself as a trustworthy person who can help them. Then the problem of how are they going to find enough time? Well, why don't you make yourself available evenings and weekends? Because that's when your busy executives are going to have extra time on their hands, is evenings and weekends. And you go in at the beginning of working with them and just help them get a plan in place. And then maybe you can go into their house and do extra work while they're at work during the day. And the final thing of, not knowing what to keep, what to give away, what to throw in the garbage, all that kind of thing, have some sort of method that you can use with them and teach them a sorting system so they know this we keep, this we give away, and this we throw in the trash. By solving those problems for them, you're more likely to attract the right kind of client on a regular basis and be able to convert them into being clients for you. If you want brand loyalty, you need to know who your client is and what it is that they want. So here's the 3 things you can do to take this to the next level and really understand who your ideal client or your ideal avatar is and what they want. Number 1, listen really, really deeply to exactly what your clients are saying when you're working with them. Like when you're working with your ideal client and they say something to you, pay attention to the words that they use. And when they say they're grateful, or when they say thank you for something, they're going to use specific words. And likely, if you have the right kind of clients in your program, they're all going to use similar words on a regular basis. So pay attention and listen really, really deeply and note what words are your clients using and what are they saying, because that's what's going on in their head and in their heart. And the more you can communicate with them directly at what matters to them, the more you're going to build brand loyalty with them faster. Number 2, ask a lot of questions. For example, when they first hire you, you can ask them, what did you hire me for? Or what are you hoping to get out of working together? And then do number 1 and listen really deeply and intently to how they answer. Let me give you an example of this. When I start working with clients, I often ask them that question. Why did you hire us? Because basically what I'm looking for is what can we make sure that we're doing so that we give them the result that they want. They hired us because they needed help knowing what to sell. Now in my language, or in the office when we're talking to each other, not to clients, what that means is, oh, you need an offer and an avatar so you can sell the right product to the right person and it's easy for them to say yes. Well, guess what? Our clients are not sitting around thinking, oh, I know what I need is an offer and an avatar and the best way that I can get to the right people. That's not what they're saying. What our clients are saying is, or thinking, is they're thinking, hey, I'm a subject matter expert. I know this piece of information and I'd like to know how to price it and sell it. That's all they're really looking for. They're like, how do I know what to sell and how much do I charge for it? Now, my team and I, because we're subject matter experts on helping people get this thing figured out, we use different words to explain the problem. And so when we ask the questions that we're asking and then we listen really closely, we learn the words our customers are using, and those are the words we start to use so that we meet them and they don't have to meet us. You see, if you ask questions and listen closely, the answers your ideal clients will give you will tell you what to say and how to communicate with them better. Pro tip here, really listen to the clients that you love, because those are the clients you want more of. And if you don't have any ideal fit, perfect clients for you, no problem. Just reach out to people that fit that profile and ask them if they'd be willing to do a 30-minute interview with you so that you can find out what they're like find out what they like and find out what their problems are. You'd be surprised how many people are happy to do an interview with you and talk about their problems and tell you how you can solve them. So if you don't have clients you love, no problem, just interview a few that you'd like to have and then listen closely to them. Number 3 thing you can do to make sure that you know your clients better than anybody else is to ask for testimonials and then read them and listen to the specific words that your clients are using. We actually have another video on testimonials. You can check that out somewhere on our channel. But here's the cool thing. When you ask for testimonials and then you read them and you listen to what your clients are saying, the craziest thing happens. Your clients actually all start saying sort of similar stuff or exactly similar things about how you helped them. And that really helps you understand who you are to them and how you can provide value to them and the specific words that they need to hear in order to trust you, and you can build brand loyalty with them. So let me recap. Number 1 thing you can do is listen to your clients all the time and really pay attention for what words are they using and what problems do they have and how can you solve those problems for them. Number 2 thing you can do is ask amazing questions and then do the number 1 thing and listen to the answers. And number 3 thing you can do is get testimonials and then read those testimonials and pay attention and look for patterns and really figure out how can you know all the obstacles your clients are going to encounter and all the problems they have and all the dream outcomes that they're looking for, and then go solve all those things for them. And that's how you build brand loyalty with the people that you're working with. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell so that you're notified the next time a video goes live. And if you'd like to stay in touch with us on email, we've got a link for that below. Until next time, my name is Andrea. Make it a great day.